today's news. Residents say that explosion that took place in one-story house in Rasul Ruza Street is planned. Supreme Court sends NGOs appeal to appellate court. On the 13th of August, an explosion took place in a one-story house that sits on the corner of Rasul Ruza and Fizuli streets in Nasimi region of Baku. 5 people who lived in the house suffered from burns. One of injured is a child, and Baku City Emergency and Urgent Medical Assistance told Objective TV that child's situation is stable. According to initial investigations, although it was said that gas leak caused the incident, a resident of the house, Asif Sadegov, told Objective TV that the fire in the house is provocation of city authority. "They forced us out by this way," pointed out Sadegov. He said that the explosion happened in the room that did not have gas originally as a safety measure. Authorities have forced out residents of this block with the purposes of destroying houses for a long time. Telephone communication was shut off. Gas was interrupted from night to morning. Fires were committed. Market was on fire recently. They want to dismiss us from there without putting any official order forward. They threat us that if we disagree with compensation, they will move us to have some settlement forcibly. They committed explosions, they want to destroy our house, emphasized Sadegov. According to Sadegov, his father Vagif Sadegov has suffered from 3-4 degrees burns and was placed in the hospital in intensive care. In addition, his 3-year relative and his brother's spouse were taken to hospital with burn injuries. Residents of houses consider the explosion to be planned. Ministry of Emergency Cases Investigation Office Chief Investigator Jamalettin Idrisov said that the reasons of explosions are being investigated. House is in crash situation and walls can be destroyed. We have not looked at house yet, said investigator. In response of the question, explosion happened from gas leak. Is it affirmed? Idrisov said that all the versions are being considered. Baku Mayor Secretariat head Zulfali Ismailov told the correspondent of Objective TV that the authority is not connected with explosion. According to him, it's impossible to restore the house because it's placed on the dismantled area. Mayor representative said that 1,500 manats was allocated to residents in compensation and houses will be given to them. The explosion happened in the area between Heydar Aliyev Palace and Drama Theater. Authority intends to construct Winter Boulevard here. Authority refuses to pay more money in spite of objections of local residents who demand compensation on market price. Ismailov admitted that 20% of residents don't want to move.
On the 13th of August, in the Supreme Court, under the chairmanship of Judge Aslan Kelberiev, cassation complaints from the Center for Election Monitoring and Democracy Education founders Anar Mammadli and Bashir Soymanli were considered. Appellate Court upheld the decision of Seyasmal District Court regarding failure to fulfill lawsuit of plaintiffs filed against Jas Misr. However, Supreme Court issued a decision to send the case to Appellate Court for consideration once again. Organization founders Anar Mammadli and Bashir Soymanli told Objective TV that the decision of the judge causes prolonging of the case, that they will complain to the European Court of Human Rights against this decision. Center for Election Monitoring and Democracy Education Chairman Anar Mammadli and organization's founder Bashir Soymanli appealed to the Jas Misr to be registered by the state on 26th of January 2009. However, the Jas Misr said that there are various shortages in the organization's documents and refused registrations. Then the Center for Election Monitoring and Democracy Education appealed to the Ismail District Court. On the 2nd of September 2009, the decision was issued not to fulfill the lawsuit. On the 17th of December 2009, Appellate Court upheld the decision of the Ismail District Court. The organization then appealed to the Supreme Court.